Hi, this is No Destination Travels. I'm your host, K-Mel, and today we're going to talk about money. Now, in the previous video, the cost of living in Vietnam, we spoke about how much it costs to actually live in Vietnam. I think the estimate was $722, but we're just gonna say $800. I know that's supposed to round down, but I always round up just in case. So let's say $800. Now, that doesn't mean you bring your booty butt cheeks over here with $800 in your pocket and smile. No. We don't do that over here. We're all about slow travel. Slow travel has to be sustainable. I'd say roughly $3,000. That'll at least get you 2 months to 3 months to figure out what you're gonna do. It also gives you some time to get the lay of the land. It'll also pay for your Airbnb, food, shelter, and all of that for at least 3 months. Now, within that $3,000, that does not include healthcare and or airfare. That's something that you have to figure out on your own. I would say just buy a one-way ticket, especially if you're traveling slow and you know you're going to be jumping around from country to country. By the way, shout out to Priscilla for helping me and teaching me that I cannot curse within the 2 minutes. You may be asking how you're going to make that $3,000 or even how you're going to make money when you're in the country. I'm here to teach you. First of all, you have teaching English online. That's what I do, and that's what we're gonna focus. I use myself as a test dummy. So we're gonna use myself as a test subject, and I'm gonna talk about how much I make and how I make it. Now, if you see this color, obviously I'm with Dadaabc. You may not know what that is, but Dadaabc is one of the bigger online English teaching companies. Along with VIP Kids, there's a few others, Camberley, Powfish, things like that. But today we're going to talk about what I make. First, you have to be a native English speaker. You have to be in one of the countries that speak English. Passport, TEFL, and we'll talk about all the requirements later. But right now, I just want to inspire you and tell you that it's possible. Most online teaching English companies, actually, you only get about $6 to $12 a class. Now, whoa, you may be saying, hey Mel, that's way too low. I understand. But that's per class. Some classes are only 30 minutes. Matter of fact, I do not teach a class that is over 30 minutes. If that sounds too low, you do have incentives. $6 to $12 sounds a little too low. It kind of is, but they have incentives. I personally don't worry about incentives because they're always changing and fluctuating. I worry about how much my base pay is going to be. Now, I say I am an online English teacher, but I just technically moved to Vietnam. So right now, I have to make a backboard. I know people thinking my backboard non-existent, but in a few days, there will actually be a video of me making my backboard, and I'll let you guys join it. It's gonna be very simple. I make roughly $16.95 an hour. Like I said, if you divide that by 2, which is how many classes I teach in an hour, that's about $8.45. Now, with that comes some incentives. Now, I teach about 34 students. It's kind of high. In the beginning, you're only going to get a couple. Keep at it. You'll eventually get to that. It took me about 4 months to get to 34 students, and now I have regulars all the time. So I get an extra $1 for having more than 15 students. So you can divide that in half, add 50 cents, tack that on, or you can just tack that on to your hourly rate. Other bonuses that I get is every time I pass a mile marker, I get an extra $1 to $2 extra, all the way up to $6 to $7 incentive for just teaching. I teach over 80 hours, and if you're teaching over 80 hours in a month, you get an incentive of roughly, I think, $7. Now, there's some things that you will need to know. Students cancel classes sometimes, pay for that. Dada actually pays you $4 if a student cancels. That's pretty decent considering that student canceled last minute. You may be stuck in a class, but I pretty much watch YouTube videos on my headphones while that happens. Don't tell Dada. ABC. Awkward. And how many hours do I teach? So I roughly teach between 21 to 23 hours a week. Lately I've been teaching a little over that, but for this video and for the month that I was in, I only taught roughly 21 to 22 hours a week. Now that's part-time. That means you have a whole day, and I work every day. I roughly work 6 classes a day, and on the weekend I may get an extra class or 2 from that. If I'm only working 6 classes a day, that means I'm really only working about 3 hours. In those other hours, you can see the city, you can have a drink, you can have some fun. Teaching does not have to involve your whole life. It can be draining. Be careful. I'll tell you how much I made in the month of December. Now, for base pay, that's at $16.95 per hour. If you multiply that by the hour, boom, 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 it'll tell you what I got. Base pay. So I got $1,582 for base pay in the month of December. Not too bad. I always judge my company by how much they pay me in the base. That's not a bad payment by itself. But wait, there's some incentives. Now I have step bonuses. These are the bonuses for having extra students, teaching over 80 courses. I made an extra $388.55. So $388.55 for step bonuses. Now, again, I told you Dada paid me $4 for every class that was canceled, and so they paid me $14. So they paid me $14.34 for each class that was canceled. Yay, free money to write my YouTube scripts. There were some penalties and leave penalties. Leave penalties is basically I applied for, maybe I had some last minute stuff to do and I couldn't make it to class. The late penalty, sometimes it's hard to wake up on Saturdays. That I took about 10% for that. So the penalties altogether came to $10.35. Not too bad. So in the month of December, I did take a few days off, but I always try to take at least 2 to 3 days off a month. Hair, sometimes I like to go out to carnivals, sometimes I like to go see a new movie and I want to go during the day, or sometimes my friends give me a last minute notice and I just want to go out and have some fun. I try to do that about 3 days out a month. Dada does not penalize you if it's not last minute, but if it is, like I said, it was $9 that they took out. It wasn't too bad. So altogether that month, I made $1,984.89. But you gotta take out the penalties. So when you take out the penalties, that's, like I said, it's $10.35. So that equaled $1,974.54. Again, I'll put it down in the description and I'll put it right here somewhere. So with all that equaled out, I made a decent penny. And I get paid once a month on the 15th. Sometimes it takes about 5 business days, but they always pay on time. So I made almost $2,000. I said that's way over the 800 range. And I took days off. Obviously, if I had to work more, or if I had more classes, I'll make more money. I'm pretty sure there's people that do this full time. I'm strictly part time though. And with that, that's how you make your money in order to live and sustain living here or traveling slowly anywhere in the world. The link, if you want to teach for Dada, will be in the subscription. I also have something for Airbnb as well. Maybe I'll give you a 10% discount. But with that, no destination travels. I'm your host, K-Mel.